Hi, Kiki here, and I'm here today to talk to you about being a resourceful educator. Now, if you watch my videos, then you probably saw in one of my last videos, which I will link below, about a study that code.org blogged on saying that self-identified resourceful teachers saw increases in their overall test scores when they used code.org curriculum, taught computer science in their classrooms. And I think that this is a very interesting idea. I'll link that blog below too so that you can read it and get all the details. But the idea of a resourceful teacher, I believe, is super important in computer science. And that is one of the missing pieces, I think, to being comfortable bringing computer science into an elementary school classroom when no one is necessarily forcing you to. And sometimes in being successful bringing computer science in when someone is forcing you to. So I wanted to give you a few tips and tricks about being resourceful. I will be linking a lot of resources in the description box because I'm not a psychologist. I am not a professional in any sort of resourcefulness. I just consider myself a resourceful educator. So I wanted to share some of my personal favorite ideas with you to see if it helps. First, let's talk a little bit about what it means to be resourceful. It might mean different things to different people, but really what it means is that you understand that there are plenty of resources for you to achieve something. This is actually a state of mind we want our students to have. So it makes a lot of sense that we would try to develop this in ourselves. It really, in essence, means that if you are attempting to achieve a goal, solve a problem, and your first plan goes awry, that you have the mental resources to find a different way around the problem. This can tie in with persistence. This ties in with growth mindset, all of those amazing things that we already know people need to believe to learn. So if you're going to be a strong learner, you need to adopt capabilities of a resourceful person. Now, I believe that the most important tip to being a resourceful person is believing that you are a resourceful person. I think that there's a lot of self-doubt that goes on in many areas of life, but if we don't think of ourselves as resourceful, as innovative, as creative, then it's really hard to be that when we have to be that. Truth is, we all have that in us. We all have the ability to be resourceful. We all have the ability to be innovative, and we all have the ability to be creative. It's just the self-talk that helps us bring that out. So the more frequently we practice those things, the more likely we will be that way when it is necessary. So think about creativity for a second. I know a lot of people really close to me who don't consider themselves creative. They dismiss it. They say, oh, I'm not a creative person. And the truth is that we all have creative ideas all the time. It's just that they are generally, the creative ideas are generally outside of the box. And so they might feel strange, and they might feel like you will get in trouble for them or made fun of for them. And so learning to identify those, embrace those, and then follow yourself down a mental path with them. If I do this way, what will likely be the next outcome from that? And then the next outcome from that? And is there something that I can change in that outcome path to make this out of the box idea successful? There is nothing wrong with weird ideas. And really, problem solving for a weird idea is a lot like debugging a computer program. So a lot of these skills really work together, and making sure that you are comfortable with those processes is also how you're going to become a better computer science teacher. Next, being resourceful is in large part just about asking yourself, is there another way to do this? So take teaching computer science, for example. If you started and you realize you are not going to have the hour a week that you thought you were going to have, that doesn't mean that your entire plan is dead in the water. You just need to ask yourself, is there another way to do this? Can I find half an hour every once in a while? Can I do something every other week? Are there unplugged lessons that I can sneak in whenever anything tanks and I need something that I need to fill the time with? Is there another way to get what I need or to do what I want to do? That question should become second nature. Next tip, banish self-doubt. This is a hard one. This is tough for most of us. But if you are constantly telling yourself you're not going to get to do something, my principal is not going to let me do that. I can't make this match a standard. This is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And it's really hard when you're full of self-doubt, when you don't believe in yourself, when you don't think you can do it. It's really hard to be resourceful. So just try telling yourself you can do it. Try picking something every single week that you notice yourself saying, oh, I'm not going to be able to do that. I don't think I can convince this person for that. I don't think I can get the resources I need for that. Instead of having that doubt, try to turn it around into an opportunity to look at many different options and debug the situation. That is one of the best ways to practice being resourceful. Finally, be proactive. If you can see an obstacle coming, you have more time to get around it. So look for those. Try to predict what the issues are going to be and give yourself plenty of options for overcoming those obstacles. If you have a classroom that you think you are presenting them an opportunity that is going to be difficult, think in advance about ways that you can help them get around those difficult moments. And it might be pre-teaching. It might be giving them resources that they can pull from when they get to those difficult moments. And it might be teaching them stronger skills to deal with moments of frustration and the need to use persistence. So the more options you can have for something that you see coming that maybe you don't know exactly what it is, but you just have a feeling, the more options you have when you get to those moments, the less likely they will feel like they are there to stop you. This is also a really good tip for your students. In fact, teaching computer science and learning computer science look a lot alike, and that's okay. All right, I think that's enough for today. If you would like to be a more resourceful educator, go ahead and read all of the stuff that I've put down below, and then decide that you are a resourceful educator. And I think you'll be surprised what happens. If you liked my video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Also subscribe. Send my channel to friends who are teaching computer science and get them to subscribe, and click the alarm bell so that you know when I have a new video out. If you have any questions or requests, please feel free to tweet me at Kiki versus IT. And until next time, happy coding.